Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Kuzumai, and today's video is the last, sixth, and final episode of Infinite Warfare's rig overviews, and the final one will be on the Phantom payloads and rig traits. So, before we hop into it, I want to say you guys have been killing it on the streams, alright? Much appreciated. I love seeing you guys. I love seeing the turnout whenever we do hit that start of that live stream. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and do this overview, and we'll finish out the series strong. The first payload that the Phantom has is the Ballista EM3, which is a highly accurate electromagnetic projectile launcher with increased penetration capabilities. This thing is devastating in core and in hardcore. The scope actually auto-tracks onto enemies whenever you ADS, which is really nice because it's more or less a gun you don't even have to aim to get a kill with. I believe it only has 4 bullets, so make sure you make those shots count. If you have a UAV up, I would pop it then. I wouldn't, pop it unless you know exactly where the enemies are. Now, the second rig payload we have for the Phantom is the Pulsar, and the Pulsar is an advanced EM sensor allowing you to visualize enemy positions. This thing is wall hacks. That's exactly what this is. It literally lets you see through walls through the entire map for any enemy not running hardwired. So it allows you to literally see through the map. It doesn't last very long, so you would have to, it's more or less kind of an orientation payload. It kind of lets you know where the team or where the enemy is at. It'd be something great for like search and destroy where you need to find the enemy quick. But this thing is good for core, hardcore. There's really no restrictions on where and when and why and how you can use this payload. So just go ahead and use it to your best of your abilities. Our third and final payload will be active camo, and that renders you almost invisible. Keyword there, almost, because for a point in time before it just got a recent nerf, it literally made you invisible. Like there was you couldn't see anything, but now it kind of gives you like a hue or like a shimmer kind of more or less around the edges of your player, so it's kind of harder to see what you see them. But there's the Eon actually has a scope where you can actually see through that now. But this thing used to run rampant where people would camp and they would push corners and stuff with it. But this thing is great in that aspect, but it's also bad because you get killed with it a lot as well. But this thing is good in core, hardcore. It is one of those payloads, like I said, it's versatile. There's no game mode that you should or shouldn't play it in. Now moving on to the traits, we have Marked Target. What it does is damaging enemies with gunfire will mark them for death, preventing regen for 5 seconds. Now this trait is more predominantly a core trait because in hardcore your health doesn't regenerate anyways. But it is still good in the aspect that when you damage an enemy, it sends off this little ping, a little bright red ping of where they are. That you can't see through walls, but it's good. It's a marked target. You actually get to see where they're going. You can kind of figure out where they went because it sends out that nice little bright ping of red markings. Like I said, I would use this more predominantly in core because the health regen thing is great. Because if they dip behind a corner, that 5 seconds gives you a chance to kind of hunt them down and finish your kill before they regenerate their health, and have to re-engage that battle from full health to full health. Moving on to the second rig trait we have is Rearguard. And Rearguard, it equips a back shield that provides protection against an attack from behind, including melee attacks. Now this thing is what you most predominantly see used by the Phantom rigs because it doesn't break when you melee it. You can melee that thing 100 times and it's not going to break. But it will tank some rounds before finally, destroying itself and then allowing rounds to go through it. So it's something that's not. It'll give you that split-second advantage to try to turn on your enemy and return fire before they actually do kill you. If they come up behind you and they try to knife you, it'll give you that nice clunk sound when it does hit, and it'll hopefully give you that good audio cue of if there is an enemy behind you. Now we're moving on to the third and final one, which is Heightened Senses, which is audio cues provide advanced warning of fast-moving or aerial hostiles. Getting lower to the ground will increase the range of detection. Now, up until now, I haven't really messed with this much, and I didn't realize how ridiculous this trait is. I'm going to cut off all the audio here so you guys can hear exactly what you will hear in the game. Now, I don't understand why this trait isn't used more often in the game, because I think that's pretty overpowered. Being able to hear your enemy coming towards you, even if they're using dead silence, without you wasting a perk slot on your class. So, I mean, this is obviously a great trait to use. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub. And we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.